And good morning to you all for that part of the world. Good evening to me, since I am based in New York. I'm a day behind you, and it's evening right now. So thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Let me share my screen as a start, if that's okay. So we can talk about how Bimser International is working with Acumatica customers and partners, and how Bimser International enterprise software products are complementing Acumatica ERP system on daily basis. Let me share my screen. All right, perfect. Can you see my screen just to make sure?
Yeah, Kevin.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So let's get started. Well, first of all, who we are, what we do is actually a very important part of any discussion. And to introduce ourselves, my name is Kevin Deveci, as Angela mentioned. I am the Managing Director of Bimser International. Bimser is a global enterprise software publisher since 1998. While we are based in New York, we are active globally, also in your region. That is why with Acumatica, actually, we are working with Acumatica pretty much almost all the continents, I must say. Americas, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. So we have very good and strong relationship with Acumatica ecosystem. And we are active in Asia. That's why we are also very close with Acumatica Asia team. And we work very closely. We've been working closely actually for years. Bimser is ISO 9001 certified and ISO 27001 certified. In essence, we help organizations adopt digital transformation and help organizations simplify their business processes. That's actually what we do. In addition, for any organizations complying with ISO 9001 or other compliance requirements, good manufacturing practices, ISO 13485, BRC, SQF type of requirements, and FDA compliance requirements. We also help companies comply with those requirements digitally. As for what we do internationally, so we are based in New York. We also have presence in Europe and in Africa. We are backed by European Bank. That is why we have been growing internationally. Since 1998, we have been developing these products only, and our systems are actually vertical free, and all of them except one of them, Ensemble, is actually Acumatica certified. And when we look at these software systems, oops, I think I lost it. Hold on 1 second. Let's. That 1 second, please. There that goes. Okay, this is much better. Let me put it on my screen one more time. All right. Just to talk about our systems, as for our software system, since 1998, it's what we have been developing. So we have EBA, that is our workflow and contract management software system, that is Acumatica certified. We have QDMS for quality, risk, and compliance management, that is also Acumatica certified for quality management. And we have BEAM for asset and maintenance management, that is good for factory machine maintenance management, such as preventive and predictive maintenance. And it is also good for fleet management as well. And finally, we have Ensemble as our business process modeling and performance management software. As I mentioned earlier, all of our systems except Ensemble, they are all Acumatica certified. We have certified, tested, and certified Acumatica integrations with our systems. All of our systems work also standalone, but when we put Acumatica and BEAM and QDMS and EBA together, it's a much more stronger and compelling and helpful offering to Acumatica customers and Acumatica channel partners. In that sense, we have a great partnership here to put these great systems together technologically, also in terms of benefits and features. Beam, one of our software systems, as I mentioned, that is Acumatica certified, that helps companies manage their asset and maintenance management activities. I'll talk about Beam a little bit more moving forward. Just to introduce QDMS, also Acumatica certified. So let's say you are complying with ISO 9001, or let's say good manufacturing practices, or let's say you are a food and beverage company, or if you're an Acumatica partner, let's say you have clients in food and beverage industry, for example. We also help companies comply with BRC, SQF, and ISO 22000 type of requirements. In addition, for medical device companies, very popular and commonly used requirement is ISO 13485. So one can also comply ISO 13485 with the help of QDMS digitally. One of the advantages of QDMS is, if you are complying with ISO or any other requirement, having audits are actually very challenging. I know some companies in different industries preparing for audit for weeks, for example, before the auditor comes in. Different departments in panic mode. They put together documents, processes, etc. It can be really challenging and time-consuming. With the help of QDMS, as long as you use QDMS on daily basis, you are ready for audit anytime. So that is a key benefit when we think about it. Also, additional benefits are with the help of the quality management system in place. You can also reduce waste. You can reduce also scraps, for example. You can also increase customer satisfaction. And you can also make sure that you are actually improving your business processes on daily basis, because corrective action is an important part of any quality management or compliance system. Another software system that we have is EBA contract management application. So EBA is a platform by design. It's a low-code workflow engine, very, very complementary to Acumatica on daily basis. So we actually put it to work for contract management applications. If you are managing contracts with your vendors, with your customers, and if you are managing and creating many different contracts. And it is hard to manage contracts in large numbers via email. It is hard to have these conversations, discussions, because these are basically terms that you put together for buying or selling your products or services. So contracts are critical because it dictates commercial terms. So in that sense, with the help of these applications, you can digitize and automate your contract management process. You can create contracts, you can share them, you can review them. Also, system reminds you when it is time to renew contracts, for example. So system starts a renewal process automatically based on the set time frame during the implementation, which is actually very practical and very helpful for Acumatica customers. And we have many different clients using our software systems on daily basis. If you notice, we have very large and reputable organizations are using our software systems on daily basis. It is because by design, our software systems are enterprise grade, and we've been working with many large organizations. So we partner with Acumatica, and we offer our software systems to complement Acumatica. And while you are growing on Acumatica, you can also grow on our systems. At the end of the day, what we offer is an enterprise-grade, scalable system. It'll grow with your activities and with your company's operations. So, as I always say, Bimser International software products are for today and for tomorrow, because we have the latest technology, just like Acumatica, and it's a great partnership in that sense. So you can use our software systems today, tomorrow, and also in the future. If you visit our website, bimserint.net, you can also see our use cases, customer success stories, for example. They are available on our website. We have written text in terms of use cases and customer success stories. Also, we have videos as to some use case videos that you can watch via our website. So in a nutshell, that's who we are, what we do. You may have some questions, as mentioned earlier. Please feel free to drop the questions in the chat box, and I'll be happy to address them. Moving forward, I'd like to talk a little bit more about Beam. Beam is our enterprise asset maintenance facility, fleet, and preventive maintenance software system. And we've been developing Beam since 1998. It's a very mature system. It's been in the market for a long time. By design, it's an enterprise asset management system, so a very scalable system. It is equivalent of IBM Maximo, SAP PM, Info EAM type of systems, just to make a point. So in that sense, it's very complementary to Acumatica. And it is good for manufacturing companies, construction companies, fleet management companies, as well as towns and cities, for example, to manage their sewage systems, electrical systems, water systems, and so on. It is Acumatica certified, as I mentioned. So we have a foundational integration model, works with Beam and Acumatica together seamlessly. And this integration has been tested by Acumatica and certified by Acumatica. So in that sense, it is ready to be used for any Acumatica customer on daily basis. So what does it do? What type of benefits are we talking about? So with the help of Beam, you can take control of your machine and equipment and fleet. What do we mean by this is that you can register all your machinery equipment on Beam. And if it is listed in Acumatica, we pull it automatically anyways. So we have the integration to pull and push assets for avoiding double entry. And you can also put together information such as who is in charge of certain machinery equipment, what type of spare parts will be used specifically for that equipment and machinery. Also, which teams, which maintenance teams or service providers will be in charge of that particular machine and equipment can be defined early on, and the system will work automatically. So there will be no way that you can use a incompatible spare part to fix a machine or equipment, for example. And also, if we think about it, maintenance is cost. It is necessary, but it is a cost. And for any maintenance, for any organization, whether that's a manufacturer or construction company or service company, for example, there are two ways to increase profit, right? Either we're going to increase the sales price or we'll reduce the cost. You may not always increase the sales price because not everything is in your control because of the market forces. But you can reduce your maintenance cost and it'll basically reflect on your bottom line. You can increase your profitability. That's what it does exactly in terms of Beam. It actually helps you reduce your maintenance cost. In addition, you can also extend the lifetime of your machinery and equipment. You can reduce your downtime, for example. You can also improve your reaction time in case of maintenance, and you can also increase your customer satisfaction because you will have less downtime, and you'll also be able to produce better and deliver goods that you produce on timely basis. So hence the customer satisfaction. If a company is not using a software like Beam, typically maintenance operations are reactionary. What it means is that something breaks down and maintenance teams, they go and they fix it. Something breaks down, they go fix it. Something breaks down, they go fix it. So this is reactionary. With the help of Beam software, you can perform maintenance proactively. So before something breaks down, any machine breaks down, you maintain it periodically and preventively, so that machine or equipment will not break down in an unplanned manner. There will be no surprises. That's the goal. And this also reflects on the bottom line because you'll basically plan ahead your maintenance operations, so you can have the best deals from your vendors in terms of spare parts, because you'll be purchasing your spare parts for maintenance on timely manner. You can also plan ahead your team members who will be maintaining particular machine equipment on what date. So there will be no overtime, for example. So everything will be planned with the help of Beam. Very helpful, very practical, and very popular nowadays among manufacturers, construction companies, mining companies, oil and gas companies, and energy companies. Some additional benefits of Beam. So we also talk to our customers, right? We are constantly talking to them, supporting them. And our clients, our customers, they report that they reduce maintenance costs 15 to 20% after start using Beam on daily basis. Furthermore, our customers, they also report that they reduce failure 40 to 80% thanks to Beam. These are important savings for any manufacturing, construction, energy, or mining company, or oil and gas company, if you think about it. We are happy to see these results. I'm happy to get this feedback from our clients. And these are good examples of what a prospective customer will get in terms of benefits when start using Beam for maintenance purposes. Moreover, Beam has an agile structure. It has latest technology available. It is actually very flexible. It has a modular structure. I'll talk about modules in a minute. One of the unique offerings of Beam is actually Beam comes with a workflow engine underneath. That is the only enterprise asset management system and CMMS system in a way that offers workflow engine and maintenance system at the same time. None of our competitors actually offering these type of offerings. So in that sense, it is critical and it's actually exceptional in terms of what Beam is offering to any organization in the marketplace that are actually performing maintenance operations. Beam comes with ready-made reports. Maintenance requires analysis, and for you to be able to make managerial decisions, you need data, and you put together data on Beam on daily basis when you perform maintenance operations via work orders, for example. And Beam comes with very specialized reports such as mean time before failure, MTBF, MTTR, and other consolidated reports are also available on Beam. Beam right now offering more than 10,000 ready-made reports. These are a lot of reports, very helpful for managerial decisions, and you will reduce your maintenance costs and increase the lifetime of your machinery and equipment, no matter what industry you are in, manufacturing, construction, energy, oil and gas, mining, healthcare, hospitals, and so on. It is a secure system. It comes with encryption options, two-factor authentication, as well as its role-based architecture is very helpful to ensure security. As I mentioned earlier, Beam has a modular structure. There is the core module set. On the left, you can see asset management, spare part management, and personnel management, where you register your assets under the asset management module, or we pull it from Acumatica automatically if you list your assets there for depreciation purposes. Beam pulls them for maintenance purposes, so the scope is different and very complementary in that sense. Spare part management module is to help you manage your spare parts, belts, bolts, screws, and other parts that you are using on daily basis for maintenance purposes. And man management, personnel management, actually is another module for you to manage your team members. Maintenance management module is an operational module. That is where you schedule your periodic, preventive, and predictive maintenance operations on daily basis. On Beam, you can perform your basic maintenance operations if you like. You can also take it a little further. You can perform your preventive maintenance operations, and you can take it a little further. Beam also helps you perform predictive maintenance management operations. Before anything breaks down months earlier, we can tell you it is time for maintenance, and system helps you schedule it and put together your resources for maintenance purposes. As I mentioned earlier, Beam is actually an enterprise level software system. We scale up for enterprise companies, scale down for mid-sized and small companies. So we are working with both small and mid-sized companies as well as enterprise companies. At the moment on Beam, there are 50 million machines, equipment, and machine equipment as well as assets are being managed on Beam. That's a lot of machinery equipment if you think about it. And we welcome more because Beam is scalable. Also for the latest maintenance operations, Beam also helps you perform total productive maintenance practices as well. So, as I mentioned, you can perform basic core maintenance, asset management operations. You can take it further to preventive maintenance operations. You can take it further to predictive and total productive maintenance type of the utmost professional maintenance practices as well. Beam actually has multi-company capabilities. You can manage different entities on it, just like Acumatica. It is multi-location, multi-currency, multi-language. So we have definitely welcome these operations for local companies as well as multi-company, multinational organizations as well. It comes with notifications and reminders. So when it's time for maintenance, you get the notifications early on. System also helps you put together resources, man, machine, and material for scheduling purposes. Also, by the fact that actually we have multiple deployment options, just like Acumatica, that is also very helpful for Acumatica customers and channel partners as well. We can deploy on a cloud server, on an on-premise server, on a hybrid setup. So different deployment options are available for your choosing, for your compliance requirements. Either way works, and Beam will be helping you reducing your maintenance cost and performing your maintenance operations. So in addition to Acumatica integration, we also have integration capabilities to PLC devices, SCADA machinery, for example, RFID, GPS for tracking purposes. Also, Beam integrates with any environment and health safety systems that you may have. Beam integrates with manufacturing execution systems. So let's say you are producing widgets, right? And every 1,000 widget, you like to trigger automatic work orders. Beam can listen to your manufacturing execution system. Every time when you hit 1,000 widget, it'll trigger automatic work orders and will be very helpful for you to automate and reduce your maintenance cost as well. Nowadays, smart sensors are affordable and it is getting more and more ubiquitous. And in that sense, if you have any smart sensors or if you are considering having one or more to monitor temperature, vibration, humidity, air quality, noise, and so on, we integrate Beam to IoT devices as well so that you can automate your activities. IoT devices monitor, Beam listens to them. If there is anything out of range, too hot, too cold, air quality is lower than supposed to, Beam triggers automatic work orders for fixing. So before anything breaks down, without you making any phone calls, sending emails, Beam takes care of it for you. And that is actually an important benefit of Beam software when you think about it. Beam comes with an executive dashboard. That's where you can see your KPIs, such as maintenance, labor cost, service cost, open work orders, and so on. It's a pretty cool executive dashboard and very helpful, and it is popular among our clients. Also, Beam works within the same screens of Acumatica. And while you are using Acumatica, you can also use Beam in the same screen without leaving Acumatica. That's an option. So you can use Beam as a standalone, just like connecting another website. You can also use Acumatica with Beam. You can do both, however you like. We are offering you options, and you can decide which one is actually good for you. By the fact that Acumatica and Beam are actually very complementary to each other, and these are the latest software systems in the market, cloud software systems, both of them. It is actually very beneficial for any Acumatica client on daily basis. As I mentioned, you may be a manufacturing company, construction company, energy, oil and gas, mining, for example, automotive, aerospace, or maybe a city, for example, to manage public infrastructure. Beam will be helpful for you as long as there is machinery and equipment, regardless of any industry. And as long as you maintain the equipment and machinery on a daily basis, Beam will be helpful for you to digitize and automate and perform preventive and predictive maintenance activities to reduce maintenance costs. We also have a very modern, latest feature, I must say, one of my favorites. It is called Interactive Graphical Asset Tree. Assuming you are a manufacturer and you have the blueprint of your production floor, you upload the blueprint into Beam, and you pinpoint your assets, your machines, and equipment, for example, where is where. That's an interactive, it becomes an interactive blueprint. And if a machine or equipment under maintenance, it turns to red. If it is working smoothly, no maintenance scheduled or on the way, then there is that turns to be in green color, and you can see which ones are working, which ones are under maintenance at the same time. Some of our clients, they put many different assets as well as machine and equipment on these blueprint of yours, and some of them they put just the essential ones. So either way, that's interactive. From here, you can also create work orders. You can also see the assets, machinery, history, and so on. Very easy to use and user-friendly and modern feature, and very beneficial for manufacturing, construction, energy, mining, oil and gas companies. Beam comes with a native mobile application. So when we think about maintenance teams, maintenance crews, they rarely at their desk. Typically, they are on the production floor or they're on the field. They are fixing machinery equipment periodically or preventively. So in that sense, having this native mobile application is very helpful. It works with a smartphone. Also, it works with a tablet. Android and iOS devices are fine. And it is actually very functional. Beam, in the native mobile application, it becomes a barcode reader. You can scan a barcode to identify assets, for example, which machinery equipment that you can identify. Also, you can scan barcode and QR code for spare parts at your warehouse, for instance. So if you don't have a scanner, as we know it, this mobile app can also be your scanner as well. That you won't have to buy another barcode scanner. Maintenance crews, technicians, mechanical team members, as well as electrical or electricians, for example, they receive the work order via their web mobile app. and they can go to the fixing area, maintenance area, and they can start the time. So there is clock in, clock out. We capture the time that you spent on the machine to fix it. And also you can, and also the technician can follow the work steps. Let's say you need to maintain, let's say, a truck, and you need to, let's say, change the oil, right? So step by step, you first of all get rid of the oil filter. You let the oil out, put the new filter, right? You pour the oil, for example. So these are steps typical that you take for maintenance purposes, and you can follow these on the native mobile application, and it will basically help you follow the steps, and you can go check, and then it'll be recorded in the system. Furthermore, you can also take pictures and attach it to your work orders or work requests, for example. Let's say I'm an operator at a manufacturer's location. My machine is having hard time, for instance. I can request maintenance with the mobile application. I can attach a picture to make my point as to what needs to be done or what the problem is. Very helpful, very practical. It works online and offline. Some of the manufacturers, construction companies, oil and gas companies, energy companies, as we see it all the time, mining, for example, some of them are really far from urban areas. So there may be the connections, Wi-Fi, internet may be a challenge. This application also works, mobile app also works offline. So regardless of you have connection at that very time, mobile app will be working. And as soon as you get the connection again via Wi-Fi or another way, then it'll update the server and it'll move on. So in that sense, it's very, very practical and highly recommended. In essence, why should you choose Beam? Well, first of all, Beam has been in the market since 1990s. Very mature system. It has the latest technology. It is cloud-based. It also works on-premise servers. It has reputable world-class references. And it comes with a workflow engine to automate your maintenance and preventive maintenance activities. It is easy to use. It is agile. We offer 24-hour support. Support is very critical for software systems, as we all know it. Software is just the beginning. We got to support it well, and this comes with a 24-hour support. Also, it has custom integration capabilities. In addition to Acumatica, certified Acumatica integration, it also integrates with GIS devices, PLC devices, smart sensors, as well as manufacturing execution systems, and so on. So very helpful in that sense. And Beam is scalable. When you are growing, you're going to have more work orders, you're going to have more machine equipment, more locations, more activities. Right now on Beam, there are 15 million assets. Machine equipment are being managed, and we welcome more, as I mentioned. So it holds up, and it'll grow with you and with your organization moving forward. Some additional references using Beam on daily basis. Unilever, Henkel, Starbucks is one of our clients, for example. And we are also active in automotive, aerospace, pharmaceutical industry. Hospitals are using Beam, for example, to manage the maintenance of their medical devices, for example. Very popular. We have dental companies, for example, making toothbrushes as well as floss, for example, and other companies such as Novartis, Baxter, and many other organizations are using Beam on daily basis for maintenance operations. Some interesting examples will be also retail companies like supermarkets, for example, or chain stores, right? So those stores are also in need of maintenance for the facility purposes. So let's say you go to a supermarket. The shelves needs to be maintained. The lighting needs to be working perfectly fine. The supermarket cannot be too cold, cannot be too hot. The music has to be working. The boiler has to be working. AC has to be working. These are all assets that needs to be maintained. And imagine a supermarket chain, for example, with hundreds of branches, for instance. So we have some clients using Beam for retail store facility maintenance as well, such as H&M, for example, in textile, as a chain store, for instance. And we can increase this number of examples as well. Just in essence, manufacturing companies, construction, energy, oil and gas, mining, automotive, aerospace, chemical industry, retail stores that I mentioned, for example, as well as fleet management companies, ports, for example, using Beam as well to manage the maintenance of their equipment at any port location, also another option. In essence, if there is machine and equipment, and if the maintenance is in place, then you need Beam, and it is very complementary for Acumatica. That's a perfect couple, if you ask me. So that is what I want to talk about today. Do you have any questions that you'd like me to address?
I think so far there are no questions, Kevin.
Okay. One of the questions that I always get is if there is any limit in terms of how many machine or equipment that we can put on Beam. There is no limit, by the way. So you can put as many number as as many as machine or equipment that you like. Same question that we always get for the work orders. We have no limit in terms of how many work orders you can create automatically or manually. So that is also an important piece of information. Another question that I get all the time is if we have any clients in your region in Asia. We do have clients using Beam on daily basis. We have happy clients. We can share these references anytime there is a need. We are here to help. Our team is actually, they are experts of maintenance management, preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, core maintenance management, as well as advanced total maintenance, total productive maintenance management are some of our expertise in our company as well. We have teams who have been working in maintenance operations. Now they are with us, helping organizations implementing Beam smoothly and rapidly. So in that sense, we are very confident that Beam will be helpful for any maintenance operations. And as I mentioned earlier, with Acumatica, Beam and Acumatica are very, very complementary systems. State of the art, easy to use, cloud-based, also scalable. So we are very excited. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me anytime. My email address is on my webcam, if it is visible, kd@bimserint.net. And looking forward to working with you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. So before we wrap up, I just want to recap that the solutions you offer are QDMS, which is the quality management.
Correct.
Then EBA, which is contract management.
Yes.
And Beam, which is asset and maintenance management, which you spoke most about, right, today?
Yes, correct. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and this is the email address, the website, www.bimserint.net, right?
Yes, correct.
Kevin, so I would probably put it in the chat as well. And if we have further questions, I will reach out to you, maybe if they do contact Acumatica directly. So sure. I will get in touch with you, Kevin. Thank you so much for joining today.
Much.
Yeah, thank you all for joining. Yeah, have a good day. Yeah.
Stay safe. Bye now. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.